Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome back to Elbow Media Studios iOS music app Spotlight Special Edition. Today, we're going to be talking about an app that's special to my heart. This was one of the first apps that I ever talked about 2 years ago when I first started this music making and teaching journey. And this app is BeatMaker 3. Now, I did a getting started on this app, and if you have not seen that, I will leave a card right here so that you can go check that out. Today, what we're going to do is I'm just doing a recap, and I want to do a spotlight on this app because I've never did a spotlight on it, and y'all know how we do when we do these spotlight videos. We talk about new or old videos in the iOS ecosystem that are very cool, that could possibly help you become a better producer or increase your workflow when it comes to iOS production. Now let's take a look at BeatMaker 3. Now, if you do not know, BeatMaker 3 is an app mostly used for creating music, and at its best, it is great at doing that job well. Now, BeatMaker 3 costs pennies compared to what it would cost for you to get something like this on a DAW. It is specifically for the iOS iPad ecosystem, not for the iPhone like Cubasis and some of the other apps. But that's not a deal breaker because what you get inside of this package is simply phenomenal. Now, let's just take a real quick look at what you're actually getting if you was to run out right now and purchase this cool music creation beat making DAW on the iPad. First of all, as you can see right here, it starts off with a kind of a MPC type feel. You have 16 pads here on your right. Over here on your left, you have the ability to do some rolls. You have scales and chords and some velocity stuff that you can do here, which is crazy awesome. If we're going to go down and we're going to look across, kind of like what we do here, if you look here on your left, you have some icons here that will take you to different sections of BeatMaker 3. This section here, of course, is the pad section and the perform section where you can lay down some of your tracks and some of your drums and even play some keys using the pads, which is very, very dope. But if you just hit this next one, this will take you to the sample section, which, let me tell you right now, BeatMaker 3 has some of the best tools for sampling that almost rivals the great MPC and the MPC and the Kai ecosystem. The algorithms for time stretching in this software on the iPad is almost the best in the business. I'm just going to be honest with you. Even the MPC kind of struggles to keep up with some of the algorithms that BeatMaker uses to do some of its time stretching, and the way that you can lay some of the pads out. You can do lazy chop. You can do everything inside of this sample section here. We're not going to talk about everything inside, but as you can see here, this is your overall sample editing area right here. You can do some layering, modulation, mapping, and plugins here. This here is your parameter section. If you want to add some glide, you can change the polyphony. You can reverse time stretch. You can do so many things here with your one shots. It is just unbelievable, some of the things that you can do inside of this section. This is where you can do some of your sample assign for your pads. This is just, I'm telling you right now, I love the sampling inside of BeatMaker 3. If we go down to the next section, this is going to be your arrangement section here, where you can actually go in and arrange your songs. You can record vocals because you can also bring in audio files into BeatMaker 3. So this is going to be your song creation section where you put all of your tracks together and you create an arrangement. As you can see here, I have some wave files here that are actually my producer's tag, and everything else was created using these blocks and these sections inside of which are called patterns inside of BeatMaker 3. Then if we go down to the next icon, this is going to be your mixer section, which in my opinion, again, is one of the best on the iOS ecosystem. You have everything you need here, from pan to audio sends to your ability to add effects and to work on your mix completely and really bring your mix to life and use different IOs and show your pads, and you can even mix in individual pads, not just on individual tracks, which is super dope. And you can change the colors of your actual tracks to coincide with whatever you want your arrangement or your actual beat making style to be, as far as how you want to label and how you want to look at your tracks, which is crazy awesome. If we go down here, we also have a piano section. If you do not have a keyboard, you can go here to the piano section and you can work with not only the piano, but you can work with plugins if you had a plug-in track or something like that. And let's just see if we have a plug-in track in here. We have Pure Synth here. If I hit that again, now you will see that the plug-in via AUV3 is being displayed here inside of BeatMaker 3, so that you can actually go in and still work with that plugin, but now you're working with that plugin inside of BeatMaker 3, and you can make any changes you want, and that will be represented inside of the program and inside of your mix. So that's how you get to some of that stuff. Down here at the bottom, you have your MIDI mix and you have your audio mix. This is where I was talking about just a few minutes ago, where you can actually go in and you can add in all different type of effects on each individual track, and you can actually really get detail in your mix and really use some great plugins that you can buy externally from BeatMaker 3, or you can use BeatMaker 3's nice effect modules that lives inside of this program, so that you can really get going and really make sure your mix is detailed as possible. You also have macros here at the bottom. If you want to actually do some modulation and you want to control some different things, you can group macros. It is so many things that you could do with macros. I'm not even going to try to act like that's my thing. My guy Elliot is great with this. If you want to look him up, check him out. He has some great modulation and some great macro videos and tutorials on how to actually use the macros. So that is really pretty much the quick overview of BeatMaker 3, and it is just crazy. Like I said, this app is simply amazing. Let me play a beat for you, and then we'll just really take a closer look at how this thing looks when it is running. Now, what I did inside of this track is I brought in a sample, and if you can look here, this is where that sample lives. And if I wanted to show you some different things, I can go back here, and this is the actual sample. Now, what's dope about this is I actually did a separation to get that in. If you look right here, everything was really broken down and sliced up in here, but you can use plugins and all that other stuff to manipulate your samples as well. But if we go back here, I will kind of demonstrate to you kind of what I did to get this track going. Let's just go ahead on and go here, and we're going to solo our track, and then we're just going to push play. And as you can see here, these are the indicators of what pads I was playing whenever I did this. And this is our arrangement, as you can see here. So if I go back to Mixer and I just release that, and these are all my tracks here. Let's take a look at some effects. This effect here that I'm using right here is actually Fab Filter L2, which is a limiter. I put that on that for my final mix to get ready to send that out, which is pretty dope. Like I was just telling you, you can really get detail with your mix. You can bring in external plugins to really enhance your overall sound, to make sure that when you export this out, you're getting the best sound possible. I'm telling you, this is crazy. If you want to add some effects to your overall mix, we have a program called Slow Machine by Bleach that you can actually add. Let's see how that sounds. This is total sound manipulation right here. You're bringing in apps like this to really just change the whole feel of the track inside of BeatMaker 3. Now, you can use this plugin with any app, but I love using it with BeatMaker 3. That was Slow Machine right there, and I have another one here called Effects Tracks. Just imagine the levels in which you could go with some of these different plugins. It is simply amazing that you can do this on the iPad. I mean, when I first looked at this app 2 years ago, I could not believe the level in which we were able to go on such a small device. It was mind-blowing. That's why I'm paying homage today. This app was the app that sparked my entire music YouTube career because of how enthusiastic I was about this app, and I just had to let everybody know how great this app was and how great this app still is. And to be honest with you, I have so many tutorials on this app. If you want to see anything about anything that has to do with BeatMaker 3 and how to learn how to work this app, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to leave a card right here to the entire playlist that I have, that I accumulated over the last 2 years. And if you want to see some live streams on it, I have live streams as well. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not own this app, you are crazy. If you have an iPad and you are an inspiring music producer, or you are a music producer now, I would tell you right now, run out, go get your iPad, stop watching Netflix on that bad boy, go pick up this app and start working with it and watch some of the tutorials we have here at Elbow Media Studios. And I guarantee that you're gonna fall in love with this app, because this app is simply phenomenal. Okay? All right, man, listen, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. This is Marcus Elbow. This has been Elbow Media Studios iOS Music App Spotlight Special Edition. This is the 2-year anniversary of BeatMaker 3, and I just want to really quickly talk about it just to make sure nobody on my channel has forgot that this was one of the apps that I felt so confident about that sparked this channel. And this is the app that I believe that if you're working on iOS and you're producing, if you do not have this app, you're doing yourself a disjustice. All right, man. Your boy Marcus Elbow, Elbow Media Studios. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. Don't forget to hit those notification bells to make sure you don't miss a stream. Don't forget about the beat battle that we have going on and everything that we got popping over here at Elbow Media Studios. This is the place to be, all right? All right, man. I'll catch up with y'all on the next video. Y'all have a great weekend and happy Father's Day, all right? All right. One. Peace.